Okay. It is 8 o'clock. Kind of on the dot. Maybe. I don't know. Just kind of playing this a little bit by ear. So, like I've mentioned in my social media postings, there's been new content dropped for Final Fantasy XIV, and I am eager to get in and see what's going down now. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this swapped over here. Bring that up, then bring it over here, and we're good. We're golden. It's beautiful. So, I don't know if you guys know what the story's been so far. Because at the end of the current expansion, we had to end a version of Queen Sphene because she was a corrupted AI program. And now, during these recent patches that came out, during the recent patches, Queen Sphene has been released from her stasis that she's been in this entire time. So now, she's just been, let's zoom out a bit, she's just been chilling and learning about the new world she's in. Meanwhile, someone else from her time is looking to aggressively evolve the species by pushing them into robot bodies. So, we got that going. But let's see, if you have a moment, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oh, good. Are you going to recap what I just kind of recapped? Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Alright. What do we got going on here? Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first, then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But have you heard anything about new incidents since then? I'm not really going to do her voice. You know what? Never mind. I won't do voices. Right. You know what? Bleh. Bleh. The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Huh. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons. But if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm surge as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough. Exploring treatments for levin sickness, designing Evercreep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational success was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed this simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he'll draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Galulja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Yep, bro, no problem. I got you. Count me in. No. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So, shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolal. Alfino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover the sector as soon as we're done. What about you, Sveen? What you doing? If I may, I'd like to join Halbert's group, if you'll have me. I mean, sure. What are you gonna do? The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. I think I'm peaking the mic a bit. Let me just get that down a little. Hopefully that works. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not peaking it anymore, so I think that's... Yeah, that should be good. Huh. Oh, story mode, story mode. Welcome back to story mode. Ha. Alright, what do we got? Alright. What? Okay, you're just staring at the people right now. They do seem troubled. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright, Geode? I mean, you're staring off into this is pretty hard. Me? I'm well enough, given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. Not one, not Calyx, nor anyone else should dictate how we cope. As one who has lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices of this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility? After everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then, we'd best not let you down. I peeked it again. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might occur. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. Alright, I think you told me that when we were in the dungeon last time. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. 'Twould certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Halbert and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View, and will await you there. I'm still peeking it, man. Come on, my voice ain't that powerful. Boo. Alright, Brother Geode, what you doing? What you about? Well, let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully they will earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before. What escorting entails. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone knows about escort. And I will probably have missed something very important. I'm going to feel real foolish if I did. Hey, what's up, buddy? Are the sentries and airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sphene said so. Oh boy. Alright, let me come in. Hey, Geode, you got something to say real quick? Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had to work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. I bet she hasn't. I'm going to talk to her after this. I'm going to find out. I'm going to learn, buddy. I'm going to learn today. What you got? You want to hear my story? While I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His airwheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. A lighthearted citizen? Well, that's curious. What could you possibly be lighthearted about? What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Why, yes. Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through the registration, I've never felt more at ease. And once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make up your mind. Mark my words, friend, when there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. How about a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard, but one we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. Oh yeah, the fights that are likely to break out. Are you talking about that? The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? Was it the victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Was that the one? Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Ooh, that's an interesting little tidbit there. Alright, Geode. Alright. I wonder if that was the pattern. So, let's see. I don't know. I don't remember if that was how they worked, though. Would it be because they weren't covered by regulators that their deaths would be fresh in the minds of everybody? Because if they had regulators, the process would be that everyone would be that person would be removed from everyone's memories. I mean, unless they stopped doing that. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages, the old lady who'd always greet with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. That seems fair, dude. I gotta go in there at some point. Because the arena has... I don't know if it's got a new fight yet or not. It should. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Yeah, the victims. City-wide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Ooh. So it is everybody without a regulator then. If you wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. White powder? Wait, aren't they cremated that way? Halbert, I think it's time we rejoin Kryle and Sveen. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryle say to meet them in the plaza just outside of True View? Let's get going. All right, boss. No, don't you outrun me! Don't you outrun me! I'm not going to try, though. Bye, Dancer. Oh, there they are. I was just about to check the map, too. So let's see what we got. Are you voiced or are you not voiced this time? So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed the regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desires to become endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who were no regulator at all... they have clearly rejected this old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live the lives in the knowledge that death is an eventuality, or an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx had chosen these least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps the sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other needs for the lives he had taken. What about the dust found at various sites? Right, the sanitation worker story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? The Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. Huh. Yeah, yeah. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites, and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calyx's murderous actions. I have a really stupid idea. Halbert, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oh boy. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? I can be. Alright, team. We gotta run a dungeon. Our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go! Maybe we don't have a dungeon to run. I don't know. Or maybe we do. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Is that a good one or a bad one? Oh, it might have been a good one, but it's a bad one now. Oh, crud. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's pretty creepy. Okay. What the balls? Yeah, that's fair.
Are you alright?
Did you pee yourself? I would have.
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Fair enough. Is he still kicking, or is he gone? Nope, no regulator. Oh, right, the guy.
Else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Uh-oh. No! We gotta go.
Quickly!
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Did you manage to save everybody?
Wyakwe!
You good?
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
No doubt threw herself in front of her kid.
Mother, please.
Isadora!
Can you save her? Is she too far gone?
Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
No, you did fine. If she's still alive, you did perfect.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Yeah, that figures.
Thank you, miss.
Good on you, Wyakwe. Good on you for being there.
Will she sleep like that forever?
Maybe.
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear.
A lot of injuries she had.
Thank you for saving her.
Roll credits. We did it. Promise it tomorrow. Done. Hello. Oh, jeez. Alright. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. Oh no, he did not make it. I'm sorry, he must have fallen protecting the residents. Oh, do I choose? Yeah, I'm gonna choose food. That stuff. Alright. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? Is he wounded or worse? If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. I think he did, but... Wait, please. It isn't safe for you, and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora with me? For me. We'll tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful of yourself. Alright, cool. Alrighty. What do we got? What's the situation? Isadora's going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. But not en masse. It was one individual case after another. Is it over? We came as soon as Hyugren sent word. I'm sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. Uh-oh. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Guess it's up to us, then. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Nice. Hyugren has one too, so I'll ask her to keep after Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Yep. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. It's so tense. Weird blimp-like thing. No sign of Geode. Perhaps we should search further to the east. Okay. Looks like we'll probably have to go further east too. No sign of Geode. Hyugren's voice crackles forth from the communicator. Geode! Geode, answer me! No response. Keep going east. You got it, voice in my head. Hi, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Do you have good views up there? Don't think we'll run any further. No sign of geode. Neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. Well, he's still alive.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please.
Oh, good.
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
You're alive. Thank the gods. Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure.
Why are you talking so quiet? Oh, wait, are they nearby?
I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Uh-oh. Oh, so the white dust are the people.
That dust.
It's people. The white dust is people. No one's gonna get that reference.
Collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Oh, backup plan.
Dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Check, check. Ah, it's always when you have to reload. Oh, that's bad news bears. Dude, look up, look up. Don't just chuck it. Now it's armed. Oh, it's not armed?
You can't be here. You need to run now.
Ah.
A trap.
Oh, that sucks. Oh no, come on, let us get to Geode in time. Let's save this dude, please. Also, why are they all and not you?
Take care of the others, eh?
Oh, crud. Ah, man. Ah, man. Am I gonna go to just like a pile of dust?
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
We're gonna find his gun. Wait, why haven't we seen his gun yet? Oh, there it is.
Geode!
There's like nothing more non-threatening than a lady in a brush. Okay, that's the first one he shot. No! Oh, we're too late. I have to shut all of you down permanently. No, that one cannot be
I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Wow.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
See, he's doing that whole full metal equivalent exchange nonsense.
Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return to Ether now?
Oh, you're not even human anymore. Please thrash this robot and its allies.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance.
Shoot it right now.
Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
I mean, they're both saying the same thing at this point. The second option is just a quicker way to get to that end goal. But that feels like the better one. Because this one's more like a whining way to answer it. But no, I'm going to halt your harvest by defeating you.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
That would have been hilarious if there was a third option. Like, no, yeah, sure, I'd do that.
My work, then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
I don't even get the satisfaction of destroying them. Well, let's pick up the canister at least. There's got to be something we can learn, right? Dag nabbit. Oh, man. You disrespectful Rogaden. Oh my gosh. Why? Why, dude? Why? There's... Where's... I'm looking for something. Hold on. No. What's the good one? Granted, I couldn't have done this for Harshafont, but let's try something for Geode here. Would it cry? That's not what I want. He's just sleeping him. Oh my gosh. Alright, best I can do. Can't believe he's just sleeping away. That's so appropriate, but man. And he's in half a janitor's uniform. This dude. Oh my gosh. And the soul cell he left behind. Was that his twisted way of returning Geode to us? Taunting us, more likely. He was a friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their mortal lives. And if a reflection's stolen ether allowed for many more endless, why, that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Calyx can think that. You know that. Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there's not noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Halbat. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. His story ends here. Do I even have that option? You know what? I didn't even look for it. Do I have sweep? I don't think I do. Hug, harsh font, gratuity, fist pump, ear wiggles, cry, sulk, doubt, surprise, back, vexed, air quote, spectacles, shush, reference, photograph, washoy, love, heart, shiver, lean, sweat. Nope, I don't have a sweep. Wow, I never learned sweep? That's a shame. That works so well right now. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yeah, I'll ask Guayakwe to meet us there as well. Dag nabbit. He took out Geode. You still owe him a drink, Shale. Or you're gonna give her. This is what's left of him.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone.
Yeah. What she said.
It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
I mean, I don't think any of us are ready to stop that nonsense.
Where are you going?
Yeah, what's your plan here, lady?
To clear my head. Don't worry. I won't do anything stupid.
How many robots are you going to take out while you're walking around? I gotta assume there's a count you're going for.
Get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Alright. Trust in you, Kryl.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
I mean, okay. But we're kind of on a timer. Calyx is like super set to harvest more people. Heartless of me to say, I know, I'm sorry. Alright, so let me take a quick moment to scope around and see what else is new. Or if there's anything else that's new. I gotta go check out the sisters that are over here. Was it here? Was it somewhere else? Yeah, it was somewhere else. Okay. I gotta see if there's more to the Arcadian fights. That big old arena back there. Nothing? Boo. Alright, fine. So nothing there. Views, fitting send-off. Rousing Mr. Robot. I don't know if that's what I think that is. Alright, let's see, what about the, what were they called? The Yakhoi? The giants with the goldfish-like eyes. They're supposed to be a brand new society. Past and Crescent? Maybe that's what I should be looking for. Alright, fine. Tell you all it is. Ow. Oh, nope. That's not what I think it is. That's going to take me back to the other place, but I don't want to do that. Dreams of Paradise, that might be it. Painter on the Hill. Alright, let me go over there real quick and scope that out. Also, there's got to be a better way to find out. Not well, and yeah, I could tell. Unknown beast sighted near the rift. Oh, so this is going to be the other whatchamacallit? Raid. Last contact came from Taraja Mamook. Suggest speaking with him. First, learn more of Bakul Jaja's whereabouts. Okie dokie. Alright, now let's see. There's gotta be something else. Oh, here we go. How do I find these guys? That doesn't look... What? Okay, so that didn't help me out at all. But let's head over to Mamook and get that started. Let's see what Reddit has for me here. Coolidge asked that I take you to him as soon as you arrived. When we last spoke, he was hunting for the echo somewhere north of the Gokdrak descent. Climb aboard and we'll be on our way. Hot dog. Okay. Okay, so over there somewhere. Alright. There we go. Hey, bud. What you doing? I'm afraid you missed all the excitement. I recognize those guys. Those were orcs from the old Vanadiel days of Final Fantasy Online. Oh my gosh. That is such a great blast from the past. Ha! Yes, they are, my friend. Is there any chance these brutes are native to your lands? No, not at all. Clearly that should also indicate that they're not. It seems we have our answer. But what is that? It's a letter, penned in your people's hand, I think. Would you take a look? To the Dawn Servant's champion, the sage has been set for your next challenge. Thus do I hereby invite you to return to Juno. Should you refuse, a horde of echoes will be unleashed upon Yaktel. The choice is yours. Ah, it's that jerk from the other side. So this is his long-awaited invitation? I know a snake when I see one, and this one is rotten to the core. Wow, I'm going all over the place with that. What choice do we have but to accept? Let's get going. The sooner we are back in Juno, the sooner he can get reacquainted with my fists. Okay. Let's see real quick. Okay, so it looks like Oh, I gotta wait a few more months before I can get to the giants? Man, fine, be that way. Alright, well, that's disappointing. Looks like the giants are not available as of just yet. But that's just for now. They will be available soon. So we go to Juno. Oh, waiting right here. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Man, seeing the orcs, that's... wow. That took me back. It's the faker. How good of you to come. It would have been a shame were I forced to send more echoes upon the good people of Toral. The Dawn Servant would have been most displeased to see his dear people come to harm. Harm? Harm. Enough of these games, Sarilja. We will not let you besmirch the memories of Vanadiel with these abhorrent echoes any longer. Why are you here exactly? I don't recall requesting your presence here today. A minor setback on my path to greatness, as you all will soon see. What the balls? Who is this? I don't like your smirk. You know this individual? Allow me to introduce you to Camlenot, Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Juno, but do not let his title deceive you, for he is the last of the Zillart from 10,000 years ago. They existed in a time before the 5 races inhabited Vanadiel. I know how ridiculous that must sound, but we might have a real problem on our hands this time. She sounds like an Asian. You had ancients like the Zillart here too? Our worlds are more alike than I thought. Are you good now? If I remember correctly, Camlenot had an older brother. I can't imagine Sarilja would have overlooked such a detail. Older brother? How would you know anything about that? Come now, Camlenot. You needn't trouble yourself with your ramblings of a dead man. I see. You would use these adventurers for blah blah. I screwed up too much. Well, they're certainly a far cry from the riffraff I'd imagined. Fine. I'll play along with your little scheme for now. I don't like you. And with that, the curtain rises on your second challenge. Sarilja, wait. Before you go, I have to know. Am I really just an echo? We've been over this, child. But it seems your heart refuses to accept what your head already knows to be true. I am jumping all over the place with this accent. It's terrible. I've got to figure out a way to maintain the one... Bakuja! Wow, dude. Dude, your turnaround is amazing. Playing hero to this heap of stone masquerading as a child. Dagnabbit. I had the accent that I wanted, now it's gone. Every time. Every time. I gotta find a way to maintain that. Well, with him out of the way, that's one less distraction for you in the coming contest. So come, bring your all to bear, that I may create the perfect vessel. You trying to produce a Kwisatz Haderach? I shall await you in a more fitting place for our battle. I do hope you won't keep me waiting. Bakujaja, are you gonna be alright, man? Are you alright? Are you alright? This is all my fault. As much as I'd love to hand Cyrilja a fat knuckle sandwich, I can't just leave you here like this. I never dared imagine we would be made to trade blows with the Archduke. Though I'd loathe to do anything that might play into his hands, we can ill afford to let him have his way with the memories of Vanadiel. When you're duly prepared, but say the word, and we'll be off. I'm so tempted to just rush headlong into this. Sandoria, oh my gosh. Oh, the memories. If I remember right, Sandoria, that was either what Ul'dah used to... I think that's what Ul'dah used to be. It was either the old version of Ul'dah or the old version of Gridania. Dagnabbit. That they would call back on their old work like this. How dare you? Oh my gosh. Why would you do this to me? Alright. I'm going to go back to solution 9. And keep going with the main storyline here. Now that I know that the rest of the stuff that I want to do is currently unavailable for at least a few months. But I will deal with that later. Yep, going to the back room. Alright, let's do this thing. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer, though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened to Kasuya? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Do you think you could check on her, see how she's doing? She'd like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Alright, Shale. You heard, Wayakwe. How you doing? Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this. I know. I mean, you said you needed time to work through it, so I don't blame you for that. But that being said, you're right, and I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. She used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So, I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. I ain't built out of shoulders, but you can, yeah. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep a bit. Alright, so before I continue, there's something I want to check, so just a quick moment. Oh. Well, that was nothing. That's not a notification. Whatever, dude. Alright, continue with the story. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air-wheelers. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word, and we'll set off. Let's do this thing. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. I said I'm good to go. Oh, I don't have to make... Okay, cool. These air-wheelers are Janolt's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. They do look very nice. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I need to lighten my mood. I mean, this would... Oh, see, this would brighten my spirits too. My goodness. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Fancy a race now? Does that surprise you? Our friendship has always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Do you think they would... Well, mine work outside the dome, but do you think yours would? Getting kind of quiet up there, Shale. You doing okay? Shale? Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Phew. That helped clear my head a touch. You know, Halbert, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Hoping to unlock the latest dungeon. Now that I've already unlocked the latest raid. Hello, burbs. Got anything to say? Just our luck. I know, right? Hi there, how are ya? Let's do this, and a little bit of this. Another one of these. Alright, we're good. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while. Shall we? Are they going to be done before I get out of this cutscene? Oh, I thought I had to do something else. Aw. Cup for Geode.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa.
Gothgia?
Will you raise a glass?
Sure. I will in spirit.
Oh,
What are you doing? Oh, did she wander here too?
what are the two of you doing here?
Reminiscing. What did you...
Feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
You really?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
That's mighty big of you.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization.
Kafkiwa.
You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
I mean, I'd lie if I didn't say I was at least a little bit curious.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
You were a hostess?
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
I mean, you both kind of made it.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed. It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
Huh.
The back room.
The back room.
Jingle jingle.
Our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together. And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
Always down for a just cause.
Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Listen to this lady. She's about to be the next leader. Alright. Helping you through this. Lady, you have cleared grief in a record time. Help me see that my comrades mean even more than I realized, which only fuels my determination. Okie dokie. Do my part and you do yours. Oblivion needs you. I am all for it. Bam. Darkness in the heart. I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kryl for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans? My plans are to join with you. How about, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. Apologize to me for calling you so suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. I can wait until you finish attending to Shale, of course. Alright, cool. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Alright. Cool. If you say so. Hey, yo, what are you just... Won't be the same without Geode around. I mean, true. Take a moment to get rid of that notification, which is no longer a need. And away I go. You know, for all her bluster, we really didn't travel that close to the pylons. I do like the look of these trees. It's so unique and ridiculous. Alright, what you got? Oh, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. What's going on? Perhaps it's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. Alright. But she's probably spot on. Neo-regulator, what you got? You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now, it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Okay. Got ourselves a doomsday prepper, in a sense. Not the strictest sense, in a very, very loose sense. Here we go, trembling. Oh, please tell me you bought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there are a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen Sveen? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once, and back then I hardly gave death a second thought, but now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Okay. So while you have a regulator, you don't have the neo-regulator. And you are nervous as all get out. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen Sveen. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I, personally, was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. But now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Okay, yeah, people are definitely acting weird. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Their fear is palpable. See, yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. With each new registration, the fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into a full-blown panic? About now. Maybe. I don't know. Hobbit, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamati and Alphino. Alright, seems something's already about to go down. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. What? Wait, isn't that...
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn.
Isn't that
To
the...
enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you.
Isn't that the memories place?
Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well,
Calyx.
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless.
Huh.
With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Whoa.
You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
Alright, what you got?
The are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulisiola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I'm very surprised no one has looked her in the face yet.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people.
inspiration.
I am not their queen.
You could always be a source of inspiration, my dear. But maybe there'll be another way that they'll have in the game. Calyx has access to the core system, which means if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Woklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations and will be able to pick up the pace once the Land's Guard arrive. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Alright, group photo. Tuliolal would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation of the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Woklamat, I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own. Yet alone, we lacked the strength to protect them. There's so much that I love in this world. I am doing terrible with an accent, my goodness. Too much for me to keep safe that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished that we could have been friends. Okay, easy, Goku. So, when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I'd be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. Yo, what about your brother? You're right. You're right. I'm going to say don't forget about me. What about your brother? The vow of resolve. No, she's the vow of resolve. He's... I forgot what the brother's is. The vow is something. Dagnabbit. Oh well. Yeah, yeah, don't forget about me. I'm here too. I'm capable. How could we'd not be where we are now without you. Right. Kind of a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see what Shale has in hand? Oh, there you all are. Glulja. Oh, Shale. Just shush, walk. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news, Halbert. We finally found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029 it's called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Yes, please. Thank you for all your hard work. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate the said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Oh, nostalgia? I figured it would be her, if it's anybody. This is gonna be a dungeon? Is this dungeon time? Is it dungeon time? No, put it away. You're not nostalgia. Ready to head up? Next stop, the 10th level. Oh, it's not dungeon time yet? Come on. You're breaking my heart. I want to fight stuff. That's why I'm here. Wow. How curious.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Shush. Why is that so brightly lit? I mean, that screams trap, but okay.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
Ow.
Got the lights working.
Shush, go.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
Nice.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
Ooh, nice. Good call.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Sounds like you need one of General's energy tonics.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be, this map contains the data. The room we're in is the Researchers' Commons located on the western side of the complex. The Director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should. But unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it's probably a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it seems like they abandoned it in some haste. Shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? Alright. Scavenger hunt go. Expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Close cooperation. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Okay. She said where they keep their personal items. So let's check here first. Small shelving unit holds some office supplies and little else of note. Okay. There's really a preservation laboratory? I don't know the special. Okay. What about you? Elves are bare. Get their personal belongings at their workstations. Alright, well, that didn't have any, so desk drawers then. Yes, rifle through. Bada 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 bada. Discovered a card-shaped object. Surface is marked with the bold level 1. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try on the door, see if it opens. I am assuming I'm going to have to level it up though, so that data terminal will probably have to come in handy. Card-shaped object you hold looks to be of similar size to the scanner panel. So we'll use. Hold the card-shaped object to the scanner. Oh! Alright. It's getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Dr. Demetrius, or so the terminal said. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. And let's continue onward. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Can I get anything out of that? Or... Ooh, hello. Security reasons. It's been registered as a material distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their task with their designated workroom, research common, proto lab, deutero lab, and entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Equip your regulator at all times due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data management in the complex. Preservation retains the ownership of and the rights to modify the memory of all registered personnel. Jeez. Ah. Complex Director, Demetrius. Protolab Chief, Esfer? Deutero Chief, Redacted. Redacted? Why redacted? So I'm assuming I'm going to have to level up this key card. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to come over here real quick. Data tablets over there. Proto lab. Okay. I'm totally grabbing that data tablet. Appears to be research personal data tablet. Oh, absolutely. Skim through the entries. Today I begin my employment at Preservation. Organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Dr. Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems like a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Malala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I've been assigned to assist with the research project in the Deutero lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I've been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. Huh. So maybe they didn't leave in a hurry. Alright. This is where I found out that my level 1 security guard is no good. Yep, figured. Maybe we need a different card. Yeah, scanner's demanding a level 3 to open the lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we'll have to comb through the nearby rooms. Let's start in the Proto Lab. Alright, cool. I already found that earlier device, so let's see if there's anything else I can find. What you got over there, Walk? Take a look at the research they did. Oh, hello. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Maximum value of 11509 recorded. There's a lot of numbers. Why are the numbers there? What about you? You got anything? Nope, new colors there. Already know about the data tablet. What about you, Ghoulja? What'd you find? Experiment 158 showed a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. I've achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I have become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number. 158? Where was that? 158 marked an improvement in ether extraction of 11509. That's got to be what it's talking about. But I don't know what that plays into. At least not yet. Reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. Maybe not a body. But that looks eerily similar to the ether cell that Geode was sucked into. Whoa. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? Oh, we're not going to make Geode an endless, are we? We could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gulja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look? A locker? Locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that putting the correct combination will open it. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Select the number of keys up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key. 5 digits? Okay, so let's check here. Which was 5 digits long? 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's it then. 11509. You know what? I realized I have no idea what these numbers mean. Oh, good. 1509. Yeah. Master. Oh, level 2. Alright, guess we're going to the other room, folks. Oh yeah, I'm a master locksmith. Got another security keycard. Level 2? We need level 3. I know, shut up. Still open more doors for us to explore. You did well. Preservation members had led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I'd imagine they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about it. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Alright, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Deutero lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you don't mind. Alright. Bye now. Alright, well, that was a thing. But there's a lot more going on than I expected. But for now, sadly, this is going to be where I have to end the stream. Thanks for coming by, folks. It's been a good time, and I enjoy the fact that there's more content for 14 and more on the way. So, like all my other streams, this one will be up on my YouTube channel within a week. You can watch this stream, my previous streams, and any other video game that I'm playing over there on my YouTube channel. And until next time, folks, peace.